It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by Adventure Cave Tours. Live a day in the life of a real adventurer with Adventure Cave Tours. And the Springfield Greene County Park Board, reminding you to go play. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
Well, good morning. It's not Ethan or Sarah Forhetz. They are taking some time off. It's yours truly, Diana Tyndall, in with some special co-hosts this week. We have Joe Dawes from Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks and former news anchor. So welcome, Joe. Glad to have you here.
Yeah, stay classy, Diana. It's kind of like I was looking to say, wait a minute, that's not Sarah. Hold on. Where are we?
Wrong Sarah. Well, let's get to some news and we'll hear maybe what's new with Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks after our news report. How about that?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, we have the Missouri State Highway Patrol is looking for answers after they sent out an Amber Alert last week, and the people were not able to open the link on Twitter because of new restrictions. Twitter's capacity to handle large amounts of traffic is why Missouri and other states use it for Amber Alerts, and when Twitter made these changes without any notice, it caused some problems. So Missouri isn't the only one asking Elon Musk and Twitter what is going on with these changes. The Highway Patrol is seeking more information on this, and it's if it's a temporary thing or exactly what the protocol is for moving forward. One of the updates to Amber Alerts is you'll only receive notifications if you are in that area, not in the entire state, where I guess they had previously been notifying people. And the Highway Patrol reminds you to keep your notifications turned on because you can make a big difference for sure. And we have Tuesday morning. Have you heard of this news, Joe? Maybe not yet?
Well, it's Monday morning right now, so tell me what's happening tomorrow.
Tomorrow, right? Yes, Tuesday morning is a unique home and lifestyle store with almost 500 nationwide stores. And you probably, if you're like me, I already was shopping the discounts because they are closing and they have closed. And we have news on who is taking over the new lease, and that is Dollar Tree. So Tuesday morning, unfortunately, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy early this year and will be closing its stores gradually. And speaking, sadly, of more store closings, David's Bridal is also closing. It's one of the largest bridal stores in America, but it's filed for bankruptcy 2 times within the past 5 years. And brides, I guess it's the perfect time to go get a wedding dress. If you're engaged, go get it at David's Bridal, maybe.
Their bad news is your good news, right?
Right, exactly.
Well, I'm not surprised at what went in where Tuesday morning was. And I went into Tuesday morning, like the week they closed, and we were going to buy some of their hardware for another store for BCFO.
Yeah.
It was kind of sad because that was a really neat little store.
I know. I loved it.
It was a big store.
I loved it. I would buy like rugs there and towels and gift ideas, all the things. But yeah, unfortunately,
I know.
Bad news.
The first story we read was really interesting to me. I did some research, and there are like U.S. Justice numbers that show there are 1,100 people, kids mostly, that have been recovered thanks to Amber Alerts out there. So this is no small deal. And I don't know if you know this, Diana. Instagram started doing shares of Amber Alerts last year.
I had no idea.
I didn't get them on my Twitter either. So that's a really important tool I think we can all use.
Wow. Yeah, for sure. All right, on to you, the next story.
Yes, parking on Commercial Street. That's been an issue in recent Springfield City Council public hearings for a long time even. The first of those was the Vecino project, which is a rezoning request of a 41,000 plus square foot mixed use building that's going to include 42 units of affordable housing, along with commercial and retail spaces. The project will include workforce housing with no parking, but a plan to add 35 of those pull-in on-street parking spaces they have up there. The second one is Jefferson and Benton project, and that's a rezoning measure on C Street that would include a 72-unit multifamily dwelling in a townhouse with individual garages located underneath each unit. Super cool for that area. The project would also include 13 parallel parking places on interior streets with the development. Springfield City Council is scheduled to vote on the zoning measures in the coming weeks. And I love going to Commercial Street, mostly for restaurants and stuff. And if they can bring people up there to live, Diana, that's a great idea, don't you think?
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree. I agree. My hairstylist is on Commercial Street, and so I don't usually have trouble finding parking, but I'm sure on those days where the farmers market is happening and other
Mhm,
things,
mhm.
or just a popular, date night on a Friday or Saturday night, it's hard to find
Right.
parking. So
Yeah,
agreed.
I agree. That's not a bad thing up there at all. So stay tuned. City council meetings there. Springfield's favorite classic diner, Casper's, is now open at 937 South Glenstone. Why does that address sound familiar, you ask? The
Why?
location is formerly Anton's Coffee Shop. It was there for 50 years. Remember it? Did you ever meet Anton?
No, I never
Okay.
did. I know.
Great guy. Well, Anton's closed in 2020, and we were all sad about that. And then Casper's, everybody remembers where that was on West Walnut in that Quonset hut type thing.
Yeah.
It closed in 22. Casper's has been a local staple since 1909. So they're in the '09 stage. Casper serves the finest classic fast food, 100% fresh ground beef, daily steak burgers, world famous chili. That's what everybody knows them for. Old fashioned shakes and malts, conies, onion rings, fried pickles, and more. So I'm going to say I apologize. I have never been to Casper's, but now that I know they're open 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., I'm going.
I can't believe you've never been there, Joe.
I'm sad. I
I
should.
I I went there once with a coworker and we had chili there and it was good. I mean, it
Yeah.
was different, but it was good. And so I'm glad they're bringing back the classic Caspers. So,
Every city's got that famous chili, and that's ours.
right? Yes. And speaking of food, because we are at no loss of not having enough food options in Springfield, but Crumble Cookies, a gourmet cookie chain with over 200 flavors of cookies, is coming to Springfield, which is so
Wow.
exciting. Each week, their menu rotates to give you 6 deliciously gourmet flavors to experience, and they're coming to Springfield later this year at the corner of Glenstone and Kearney. So another beautiful North Side staple. How about
Yeah,
that?
that's so cool. Now, have
Have
you
you
tried
had
those
crumble?
before? I have never had crumble cookies.
I had it, I think, in Vegas, and it's their packaging and their marketing is just beautiful. And I think that's what makes it, a big deal. Plus, the celebrities, I think, have had it, and it's like a
Mm.
big thing there.
Okay, so I'm reading this because I don't know, but apparently the top flavors are original chewy milk chocolate chip. Okay, I'm done. But also dulce de leche,
Dulce de leche.
yeah, cake
Mm.
batter, Buckeye brownie. So my wife loves that. She's from Ohio. So maple oatmeal, and then the classic pink sugar.
Oh my
There's
goodness.
there's every one of those is for every person. It's not just something for everybody, right?
Yeah, I think we'll all find reasons to maybe do a little golf up north and get ourselves some cookies afterwards.
Now you're talking. There we go.
Well, let's take a look at weather really quick. Looks like we had some big storms come through this weekend. Today looks like it's going to be another warm one with a high of 92, 50% chance of rain. And tomorrow, even hotter. Oh, 97 degrees with
Mm.
a 30% chance of rain. So make sure you drink lots of water and stay cool. And you can check out the new podcast with Abby Dyer. It's Wake Up Weather Podcast, and she is a real meteorologist that will give you a whole lot more in-depth weather than I can do right now.
And Abby's great. We used to live down the street. She's a great person, and I think she'll be a great addition to the whole thing.
Awesome. That's good. That's cool.
Yeah. So TikTok is coming to Redbox kiosk. Now, I had to give up TikTok last year. I spent too much time on it. My wife said, "Get that thing off your phone." But actually, they've really there's some good benefits to TikTok, but they apparently entered an agreement to bring TikTok content to more than 3,000 Redbox kiosk screens nationwide. When's the last time you used a Redbox?
I honestly can't think of the last
Right.
time. I mean, it's probably been 5 years ago, maybe 3
Right.
years ago.
Well, it's great for them.
And
It brings the
I don't
relevance factor back.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to stop by a Redbox to see TikTok because I don't have TikTok either. So I don't know. Yeah, we'll
Download it.
see.
I'm really curious what you would go to Redbox to get if you don't have it on your phone already. So this will be interesting to see how they roll this out.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's another marketing opportunity, I'm sure, for them. So who
Yep.
knows?
All right. Well, last week the Kansas City Chiefs won the best team in the 2023 ESPYs. Woo! We're not wearing red. Sorry. But of course, after the Super Bowl 57 win over the Eagles, Patrick Mahomes won best awards for the best NFL player, best male athlete. And I'm sure you know this, Diana, because you wear red all the time. Earlier this year, Patrick won his second career NFL MVP. Chiefs season is approaching soon. Have you heard about the new Mahomes Netflix documentary? I have not. What's up with that?
No, I had not. But I am so excited about this. If it's like his journey and his story and more about his family and stuff, I'm all in.
Remember back in the day after the Rams won, and Kurt Warner was such an inspiration, having played semi-pro ball and just like an outcast, and really had to really struggle to get to the majors, and then won the Super Bowl. Mahomes is a totally different story, but one of those all-American stories too that we can all relate to. The young kid comes up, just very humble, a good person. I'm excited to see that.
I just love it. What a great role model he is for kids who just idolize him. And he just, I mean, he's a Christian. And I think that makes a huge difference too in the world of sports and a lot of things you hear about athletes that don't go so well. So it's good to have, I think, a refreshing icon to look towards and see the inside scoop on his life. So
especially when he's winning Super Bowls for your favorite team.
Right. Exactly. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a couple events wanted to mention. We have an event, and around the Ozarks event called Putting for Strays, which is today at Getaway Golf, and it's a miniature golf scramble. It starts at 5:30. Registration starts at 4:30 today. It's a 4-person team is just $60, and it's the first annual miniature golf tournament hosting and benefiting the Humane Society of Southwest Missouri. Obviously, proceeds help and aid this no-kill animal shelter and placing animals in suitable homes, offering low-cost vet services. So enjoy a little miniature golf. Hopefully the weather isn't too hot or rainy, but come and help support Humane Society. And speaking of Mahomes, he's not going to be there, but the Chiefs happy hour is tomorrow, Tuesday, and it's going to be at the Riff, where you can relive the championship season for the Kansas City Chiefs, hear about what's going on this next season, and the voice of the Kansas City Chiefs, Mitch I can't ever say his last name. Holthus. It's like
Holthus. To say it that quick. Yeah.
Mitch Holthus. I want to say Holthus, but it should be Holthus. Anyways, but former wide receiver Dannon Hughes. Again, I don't know how to pronounce any of these guys' names. I'm so sorry, but tickets are, I think, still available through Eventbrite. So, and you can have your chance to win some Cardinals tickets. They're in town most of this week to a Springfield Cardinals game, which is a family 4-pack to front row tickets to the Springfield Cardinals game, July 21st. And they're going to be playing the Arkansas Travelers. So sign up on Around the Ozarks somehow to win these tickets. So yes.
We've been to some games this year, and I know the Big Birds are not doing that well, but Springfield Cardinals have been putting on some really good shows. They've had some great games this year.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like a band show, right? But it's a sports show.
Right.
In our own backyard.
I got to ask you if you've been to this place. So the Riff that you were just talking about is a classic rock coffee, right? Over on Sunset in Kansas.
Yes.
Have you been there lately?
Amazing venue. Yes. And they have like the play yard with
the
stuff.
Games. Yeah, I was just going to ask
the pickleball courts.
That. Yes.
Yes.
It's so fun.
Are you a pickleball guy, Joe?
Yes. Well, of course, my whole family plays. We just like to play because it's a fun game. But that what they've done in the back there is so unique. I love it.
Yeah. So you can come and hear Mitch. I'm not going to say his last name, but you can come and hear Mitch, and then you can go play some pickleball, right?
Yeah. Or just have a cool cup of coffee or anything, really, because they've got everything there. It's a really neat spot.
Awesome. Well, Joe, I am so thrilled you joined us today. Thank you, Joe Dawes. And anything you want to mention about Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks? What's new?
Only that I'm a little jealous of the Humane Society, because we've been considering putting together a fundraising golf tournament at mini golf around the area, and they beat me to it. So good job, Humane Society. But we may be doing the same thing soon. I love those kinds of things, because we call those fundraisers instead of take the D out, right? Because it's fun.
I love that.
You can go and do that. Things that you're having fun doing.
Well, maybe you can have it at Fun Acre at a different place.
We were hoping to do it at all of them, so we'll see.
I love it.
Yeah,
well, happy Monday. Yes. Thank you again, Joe, for joining us, and have a great Monday, and we'll see you later.